If you're looking for an awesome product at a great price, be sure to check out the link in the description. National NAPLAN results reveal a concerning trend. 1 in 3 Australian students are failing to meet benchmark standards in reading, writing, spelling, and numeracy. Released Wednesday by the Australian Curriculum, Assessment and Reporting Authority, ACARA, the 2025 data paints a complex picture of educational achievement across the nation. Over 1.3 million students in years 3, 5, 7, and 9 participated in the March testing, marking the highest participation rate since 2017 at 93.8%. The results highlight a persistent gap between expectations and reality, with a staggering 39.2% of students demonstrating below expectation performance in grammar and punctuation, struggling to identify fundamental sentence components. This underperformance underscores a worrying reality. A significant portion of the student population requires additional support to reach their full potential. The Grattan Institute's Dr. Jordana Hunter emphasizes the gravity of this situation, noting the significant number of students falling into the lowest proficiency bands as a really big concern. Early intervention, she stresses, is crucial for bridging this achievement gap. While results remain relatively stable compared to the previous year, the sheer scale of the challenge demands immediate attention. For the first time, analysis tracks the progress of students who have completed 2 NAPLAN tests since the introduction of new proficiency levels in 2023. This longitudinal data offers a glimpse into students' development over time, revealing some positive trends. Encouragingly, all year levels demonstrated above-average scores in numeracy, with a notable 20,000 additional students achieving the highest proficiency level, exceeding, compared to 2024. A slight improvement in literacy proficiency across all year levels is also observed since 2023, alongside a small, yet significant, increase in high-performing Indigenous students in writing, reading, and numeracy across years 7 and 9. Education Minister Jason Clare acknowledges these improvements as good news, but emphasizes the need for continued effort. The newly signed agreements with all states and territories, he states, aim to address these persistent challenges through targeted funding and reforms. A significant $16 billion investment will fully fund all public schools by 2034, a landmark achievement aimed at leveling the educational playing field. These funds will support crucial initiatives including Year 1 phonics and numeracy checks, and an expansion of small group tutoring programs. However, the data also exposes stark disparities. ACARA's chief executive, Stephen Neal, highlights the need for collective attention to support students from regional and remote areas, those from disadvantaged backgrounds, and Indigenous students. A significant disparity exists between students in major city schools and those in very remote areas, with just 2 in 10 students from very remote schools achieving strong or exceeding results in reading, writing, and numeracy, compared to 7 in 10 students from major city schools. A concerning achievement gap is also revealed based on parental education levels. Students whose parents attended university show a significant learning advantage, a 1-year gap in year 3 escalating to a 5-year gap by year 9. This widening disparity underscores the persistent influence of socioeconomic factors on educational outcomes. The data further reveals the significant challenges faced by Indigenous students. They are 4 to 5 times less likely to achieve the exceeding category across all age groups and domains, with disadvantage disproportionately concentrated in outer suburban and regional areas. In major cities, just over half, 56%, of Indigenous students failed to meet benchmarks in reading, writing, and numeracy, more than double the rate for non-Indigenous students, 26%. This disparity grows even more stark in remote areas, reaching 8 in 10, 79%, and a staggering 9 in 10, 92%, in very remote areas. Gender differences persist, with female students consistently outperforming male students in literacy, particularly in writing, while male students exhibit higher rates of exceeding in numeracy. State-level performance shows significant variation. The ACT, the only state or territory to have reached full public school funding, and Victoria, achieve the highest average scores across all year levels. Victoria, in particular, demonstrates exceptional performance, ranking first or second in 18 out of 20 measures. New South Wales also performs above average across all domains. Conversely, the Northern Territory, despite receiving double the Commonwealth funding due to additional needs, still shows more than half of students failing to meet benchmarks. South Australia, Queensland, and Tasmania all fall below the average national NAPLAN score. Victoria's Education Minister, Ben Carroll, attributes the state's strong performance to a focus on explicit instruction, hailing it as a game changer. However, Dr. Hunter cautions against complacency, emphasizing the need for substantial investment in teacher professional development, drawing parallels with high-performing education systems like Singapore and England. The overarching message from these results is clear: